Hi friends from the internet, and once again welcome on the channel. Today we are reviewing Dehancer for photo because I already did the video plugin and I really love it, but now we are reviewing it for the photo, so you can use it in Lightroom Photoshop, Capture One and Affinity Photo. So as for the video plugin, the photo plugin is also to give your digital photo the organic, the imperfections, the feeling like in real film. So we give our digital photo the feeling like real film. So this is a real film camera, so you need to put the film roll in it. To master this kind of photo, first of all, it's a lot different than your digital camera, because file size and the amount of pictures you can take on film. Your digital camera, the bad pictures you throw away and you can take new ones, but for real film we've got X amount of photos, and then you need to develop them in a dark room, a red room. It's quite expensive. If you didn't nail the shot, your photos are garbage, they are ruined. And also the cost to shoot real film, it's pretty expensive these days. So the more years are passing, the more expensive it gets. So, but there is a solution. So you can give your digital footage, your digital photos, the real feeling like this one. So so before we do some color grading session, I want to show you guys a few examples where I used Dehancer for video, so you can see the before and the after, and I think the results are quite stunning. For visual effects, it's really tying in all of the things together, so it's like the glue. We'll jump into Lightroom and I'll show you a quick turnaround of the plugin. Hi guys, and welcome here in Lightroom. So I have already did some grading on some random pictures from the neighborhood where I live. So if you did your little tweaks and grading, when that is done, you can open Dehancer by right click on a photo, make a copy. So now the Dehancer plugin is opening, so it's made a copy in Lightroom itself. So I'll make the screen better. On the left side you've got your presets, and if you click them, you see them immediately. In the top left corner you get all presets, so there are a bunch more. As you can see, there are a lot to choose from, so plenty of choice here. As you can see, if you click, you see immediately results, but I'll take the presets from the Dehancer team. Now we can search for a look we like. So like for example the Kodak Portra 400. So when you click the left side and you choose a preset, on the right side you've got a lot of options to choose from, a lot of grading, a lot of effects you can use onto your photo. So the first thing I will do mostly is the grain, but I think this is perfect. So if you scroll the wheel, you can zoom in, scroll backwards, that makes sense. The first options, so for the prints I love the Kodak 2383 print film. Yeah, I like the style of it. Here you can target the whites, as you can see. It's changing, yeah, the yellow and the blue tones. So you've got exposure, where you can, yeah. Also in the source you can make an exposure compensation, like on the camera, the +1 or +2 or so I leave it at 0. You can change the temperature of the comp, bluish, yeah, warmer tones. So the film compression, as you can see, the whites, the highlights, or turn it back. So leave it where it was. Tonal range, yeah, the same. So where each changes, so like you can see, but also leave it alone for this photo, so you can tweak, yeah, a lot of things. The color head, it's disabled, but it's for the shadow tones, the mid-tones, the highlights, yeah, all of the things, and you can give it yellow or blue tone. So this is, yeah, you can tweak, you see, straightforward. Halation. So halation is around contrasty edges. If we put the mask mode, you see there is a lot of halation for the moment. So you can, this is, yeah, all over the photo, but it's too much in my opinion, so it needs to be a subtle effect. You can also lower it by local diffusion or global diffusion, you see. The amplify, also the same. If you turn it on, it will be a lot of halation spread out. So turn that a little bit down. And now we're gonna, if you see around the twines or the wooden part of the tree, off, on, so a little bit less. So halation effects is really nice. So I have other examples I show you in a minute from a real client project. So the bloom effect, if you see in this area, you can see the bloom, as you can see. I will zoom in a bit, you see, but it's too much, so the source limiter, it reduces the effect. So in this kind of effects, guys, halation and bloom, guys or girls, you need to, it's a personal opinion, but I'm doing it subtle, so it doesn't take over the whole picture. Vignette, like you say. Okay, I think this photo is okay. You press OK and it closes. So here you see the difference before and after. So this is with Dehancer. We can zoom in. You see the halation around the wooden parts of the tree. We'll take another picture. I will think this will be the same, right click on the photo, Dehancer's opening. So in my opinion that's a downside of the plugin, because when I do photos for clients, when you shoot a wedding and you have like 1,000 pictures, I have a certain style that I color grade my pictures. With Dehancer you always need to open the plugin. If you want the same preset, you can save the preset. But yeah, you can't select all of the pictures and put the effects on it. So that will be really nice if Dehancer can do that. So we will take, I think this one looks nice. Yeah. So select the pictures. I'm always checking the print. So like I mentioned, I love the 2383 print film, but you can choose here Fujifilm 3513 print, Kodak Endurance glossy paper, but I love these. So like you mentioned, you see a lot of overexposed highlights. We're gonna tweak that a little bit. I'm going to do that in film compression. You see the result immediately, the white points. Maybe lower down the exposure compensation by a little bit. The film developer, so you can add contrast or lower it, like you see. You've got the gamma correction, color separation, color boost, but I don't use film developer often, so yeah, we'll leave it. The expand, so you can you see it's also a little bit of contrast. The white points, so the sky, you see. I think the photo now for the moment is too yellow, so we can change it in color head. So also don't do it too much, otherwise you see the result. And even in the shadow tones you can tweak it a little bit. So maybe too blue for the moment now. And the midtones also too blue, so we're gonna dial it back. This side blue, of course. And this will give it a little bit a warmer tone. You see, on and off. It's subtle, but yeah. The film grain, you've got the negative, then you see it in the image. You've got a lot of grain. You see the halation now. When you switch from negative to positive, positive gives you less grain. In some photos negative will definitely work, but most of the time I'm choosing positive. Halation, I put on the mask mode so you can see there is a lot, too much halation going on. So we're gonna reduce it a little bit. You can click on the numbers. If you want to change it, enter and you're done. So now it's more subtle, just here around the corners and the highlights, so that's where it's appearing. The bloom around the trees, the highlights. You see a lot. Also here you've got a mask mode. Sometimes it's difficult to see, like you see, huh? I'm seeing it here, so. Yeah, and the vignette, huh? Like before. You can dial it back, the exposure, the size, you can change it, you see. And I think this one is okay. So close it, press OK, and you got two images, one from Lightroom and one from Dehancer. So grade it in Lightroom and grade it in Dehancer. Did some family pictures, and you can see which photos I edited in Dehancer. For example, you see Lightroom edit and an edit in Dehancer, an edit in Dehancer, and this one graded in Dehancer, and this is graded in Lightroom. So I think this is way better than the Lightroom edit, as you can see. I've done a few more. So here you can check the Dehancer one, and like for example normal and the Dehancer. Also this one graded in Dehancer and the straight in Lightroom edit. If you see the before, this is the original file, this is graded in Lightroom, and this is graded in Dehancer. Also here, graded in Lightroom, graded with Dehancer. I really love this style. And that were the photos that I, a few of them edited in Lightroom and Dehancer. Yeah, this is much better. So I already also did one here. For example, this is the original edited in Lightroom picture photo. This one black and white converted in Lightroom, and this one is from Dehancer. So it's got more character, more feeling to it, in my opinion. I'm quite surprised by the results you're getting. So you can turn your digital footage into filmish film. So with a digital camera, I guess. So not the cost of real film, because the price to shoot real film, to get a film roll, is quite expensive. Then you need to develop the real film. So if you don't own a dark room with the red lights and all of the, you need to bring it to someone who can take out the pictures from the print, and a lot of time, a lot of money, and you really need to nail the shots. Otherwise, all of the film roll is crap. So guys, see you in the next. Peace.